Hey everybody, it's Christine Parma. Turn the volume up if you haven't got it on right now so you can hear me on the replay, because I am back with another action-packed, results-oriented focus training for you guys. And today I am going to talk to you about the 5 steps to creating a client-attracting, money in the bank content marketing strategy. I'll tell you why that's important. Not only is it important because you will be attracting more clients and creating revenue for your business, but you can finally stop doing or practicing the throw spaghetti on the wall kind of content marketing strategy. And again, I'm talking about this because I've been there. I've done it. I also call it the willy-nilly marketing strategy. And the thing is it just doesn't work, or doesn't work very well, and it's not an efficient use of your time. And if you are just a busy person or a busy mama like I am, then you've got to make the most of the time that you actually have to work in your business and on your business. So that's what I am bringing you, is the effective business strategies and mindset reset hacks so that you can get your big dream out there and have a life that you really feel fulfilled by, both in your family and in your business and in all aspects of your life. So today, content marketing strategy. I'm going to give you the 5 steps. If you don't know who I am, I'm Christine Parma. You can find me at christineparma.com or right here on my Facebook page at Christine Parma Fan. And I hope you'll join me and take advantage of the free training and the free resources I'm giving you. So, and if you like this video, please share it. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm teaching, but also share it with your friends, because friends share good things, right? We like to help each other out. So the 5 steps, and I really broke it down for you into the 5 steps that you really need to follow when you're thinking about how to create your strategy, like plan out your content for the year, or if you're totally in that place of overwhelm, you're like, oh my God, Christine, what do you mean a marketing strategy or content marketing? I can't even go there because I don't have the time for that. Mamas don't got the time here. Yeah, it really will save you a lot of time if you do some planning around this first. I promise you. I started doing this and I'm like, I save so much time, and I actually avoid being stuck in the place of, I don't know what to talk about, or I don't know what to post, because it's all right there on the plan, right? So I'm going to help you take the first steps today. Step number 1, when you're looking at your calendar for the year, your big long calendar, and you're looking at 12 months that you've got for this year to actually market your business, start bringing clients in so that you can make money in your business and stay in business, it can seem like a lot of empty space, right? And it's actually, all that space is what stopped me from doing live streams earlier, because I thought, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about for 12 months? And I want to be consistent at it if I do it. And using this strategy helps so much. So the first step, really the place you need to come from, is reverse engineering your year. You do this with goals. That's another topic, and I did a mini course on it in January. Do it with goals too. But we're going to talk content marketing strategy. So in business, if you want to stay in business, the first thing you have to do is you have to make sales. You have to bring money in the door and get paying clients. You can put tons of free content out there, but if you don't have a monetization strategy for how to take all those people who opt into your free content and actually turn it into money, then you're not going to be in business for long, unless you're just independently wealthy, right? And so I'd like that. That'd be great, but I'm not. So, and I'm about helping people, right? It's about connecting with people and helping people. So the place you need to start from is, what are you going to offer that's paid, that clients will pay you for during the year? I call those your core offers. Now, the way I approached it, I'm going to give you examples here from my experience. The way I approached it is, I have my eye on launching a group program in fall. And to get to, I was thinking about being more ambitious and launching it earlier, but really there's a lot of groundwork that I need to lay to to do some validating and to build the kind of audience I want to be able to have a successful group program launch, right? So look at, like, if you could choose one thing that would be your paying core offer for this year, what would it be? So choose it. Maybe it's a signature program. Maybe it's a weekend retreat. Maybe it's a VIP day where you're teaching your hard work and helping your clients. Maybe it's an online course. So what is that core offer? And I won't get into all the details of what goes into how to structure a core offer that's practically irresistible to your dream clients, because that's another training that I have done and I will be doing again here on my page. But you have to, in that core offer, that way that you're going to be helping people, the vehicle, the VIP day or the retreat or the signature program, you have to think, what is the core transformation that I'm helping people get? What is the result that I'm helping people get? And what problem am I solving? Okay, so that becomes, let's say, your number one core offer for the year. And you put that on your calendar. Look some months out, if you haven't done this before, put that on your calendar. Step 2 is you look at that core offer. Say it's a signature program, a 90-day signature program. And if you've structured your signature program correctly and effectively for your clients, then you're going to have a client journey that you take your students on, your clients on, so they move from the problem they're in to the result that they want to get from your program, and that you promise that they're, in a way that you're going to help them get in your program. So you can look at those steps, and those can be your sub-offers, what I call your sub-topics, your themes, your monthly themes for your content, and the other paid offers that can lead up to your higher priced core offer. So say for, I'll just give you a real world example here. Say, I'm launching a group program about how to create, launch, and fill your own signature program, and do it with grace and ease. That's my big program in September. Well, I look at, what are some of the components of that program? Well, you have to be able to create, launch, and fill your signature program. So those could become independent offerings that I offer throughout the year. And I could do that as a 5-day mini course and challenge. I could do that as, a special client paid training that I want to offer. I could offer it as a weekend boot camp, or you could offer it as, if you don't want to do free, it could be a free or you don't want to do paid, it could be a free masterclass or a free email course that you develop. But you take the components of your bigger offer and you divide your offer into the different things that people would need to know to get to that big result for the core program or core offer. And those things people need to know are the things you talk about during the year, and the things that you do master classes on, the things that you do live streaming on. Hello, where do you think I got all my live streaming content? From this strategy of reverse engineering my year. So I know what to talk about every week, consistently, every month. I know what I'm going to be offering through the year. And it's not like you make the plan, and then of course you may get inspiration and plans change. That's where I added in the mindset resets that I'm doing just before the weekends for you guys, because I feel like there's a need for it and a desire for it, and frankly it's something I'm loving doing, so I do more of it. So that's step 2. So we've got number 1, design your core offer. Number 2, divide your core offer into sub-offers or sub-topics for your content for the year. Do you guys have any questions at this point? If you have a question, go ahead and put it in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if this is making sense, or number 1, You can hit 1 or say yes in the comments if this is making sense for you. Number 3 is you take those topics or those monthly themes that you have created and break it down into, start looking at it. Thank you for the like. Start breaking it down into, so what are the smaller pieces of, and what could I talk about, the smaller pieces? So in my example, let's say I'm talking about how to create your signature program, the creation piece. Well, what are some of the, when I'm thinking about my client's learning journey, what are the steps they need to follow in order to create their signature program? Well, one piece is you got to have an irresistible core offer. You know, you've got to have an offer that really connects with your dream clients and speaks to them, because that offer that you're creating is the backbone, I guess, of your program, right? Because your core offer has to speak to solving an urgent problem that your dream clients have and giving them a kind of, if they had a magic wand and could wave it, the solution that they want. So I can break creating a signature program, or even smaller, how to create a core offer or an irresistible offer, down into smaller pieces. And you start to map this out. You can even mind map it. Put your topic in the middle and do a mind map of, well, how are all the different ways that I could approach this? What are the different perspectives that I could take? What are questions that people have on this topic? And then that's where your content comes from. Start creating content to answer those questions. Start creating content that helps step people through the learning journey. So it can be in the form of opt-ins, freebies that you're giving away to get people onto your email list. It can be in the form of live streams, blog posts, Facebook posts, engagement in Facebook groups, Pinterest. I mean, there's a lot of ways to start sharing this content, and you pick ones that you like doing so that you can be consistent with them. Because if you don't like doing it, you're not going to be consistent. Makes sense, right? It's kind of like the restrictive diets where you're not allowed to eat anything. Really hard to stick to because you really don't like it. You don't like being deprived or doing things you don't want to. So that's step number 3, is you start breaking it down into smaller pieces and deciding how are you going to put this content out there, and start writing it on your calendar. Work backwards. Start filling it in. I actually have, for myself, I have a pretty complex spreadsheet, a set of spreadsheets, because it helps me stay organized and consistent and visualize the client journey, or the audience journey that I'm taking people on to make sure it makes sense for them. And what I'm offering is of value. So I've created a spreadsheet for the year with the general topics, and then and on that spreadsheet for the calendar spreadsheet for the year, I have my offers, my sub offers, and then I have a spreadsheet for each month of on what day, what topics am I going to talk about. So today's topic was in the spreadsheet to talk about, so I knew, I didn't have to think, oh my God, what am I going to talk about today? It's right there, and it made sense. It makes sense for you guys. It makes sense for me to talk about, given the other things that I have talked about and that I will be talking about. And then, because I love doing live streams, it makes creating other content that I want to put out there, blog posts, pins, graphics, a lot easier because I've already created this content, right, through live streaming and with your interaction and your feedback. So number 4, so once you have your kind of master plan, let's call it, I like to call it a leveraged marketing plan, because you really leverage your talent, your time, and your efforts. And when you're crunched for time in whatever way, kiddos, no kiddos, just busy, then you've really got to try and maximize and leverage the use of your time and efforts. So that's what this plan helps you do. So number 4 is you have to have a follow-up system in place for the people that engage with your content, whether it's they opt into your list, and then what do you do with that? So they opted into your list, they joined your list. Hopefully you have an email sequence that goes out to them and welcomes them to your community and introduces yourself, and maybe even offers something else, a bonus for joining your community, for joining your email list. If people are commenting on your blog posts or your live stream, what's your system around engaging them? Maybe you want to follow up, right? If somebody's going to post on your video, you want to reply to them, for example. So you need a system for following up with your potential clients, because if they've opted into your list, then probably, and your opt-in has been created in alignment with your overall strategy and the offer the big offer you're going to have, then they are an ideal client. They should be an ideal client prospect for you. So number 5 is monetization. A system for monetizing all this effort that you've put into creating and content and marketing yourself. Right? You got to have a way to turn it into dollar bills in the bank, right? And that would be through your core offer, like your signature program, your online course, your weekend retreat, and the sub offers that you have through the year. And it also might be in products or an online email course that you have. So the monetization strategy really, I guess you have to come from a perspective of how is everything I'm going to be doing and creating and all the effort I'm going to be putting into this marketing plan and putting it into action, how is that actually going to help my business? How is it actually going to help me get more sales? How is it going to help me get more clients? And how is it going to help me be profitable in my business? So that is really the overarching theme, is monetizing your brilliance, as I like to say, monetize your brilliance, so that you can be in business and stay in business to connect with and serve the people who you can best help and best serve. It's in the highest interest of everybody that you do and that you are successful, in my opinion. So those are the 5 steps. I will recap real quickly for you guys, especially replay watchers. Number 1, design your main core paid offer for the year. Number 2, divide that big core offer into sub-offers or sub-topics or themes for either quarters of your year, or I like to do monthly themes that lead up logically and naturally to your main core offer down the road a little bit. Number 3, create free content for your audience that logically leads into the paid offers and sub-offers and actually solves an urgent problem that they have or a need that they have and is something that they want, right? And there's a whole knowing your ideal client or your dream client strategy there that hopefully you have that piece already. Number 4, you have a follow-up system for people who engage with your clients. And number 5, and there you go, there's life happening right now. My son's homesick today. He's coming in. Number 5 is the full overarching vision for your content marketing, and it's the monetization strategy. How are you actually going to turn all of these leads and engagement that you get with your content and leverage your content marketing strategy into creating cash in the bank for your business? So those are the 5 steps. I hope you go out and you take action on them and you implement them. And I would love to know how they work for you and any questions you have. You can always find me at christineparma.com. And if you are curious as to the marketing and promotion strategies and sales strategies that really make a huge difference in your business, and you just want somebody to say, this is what it is, here's the checklist, hon. Just use the checklist. I've got a checklist for that. And it's called the 6-Figure Business checklist, and you can download it for free. Should be up there in my Facebook page banner. You can also find it on my website at christineparma.com/business-checklist, and it's free for you. I would love to know what you think of it, how it's working for you, and the results that you're getting, both from this training and from my other trainings or checklists. If you have questions, I am happy to answer them, even if you post them after this live recording. So post them in the comments. I will answer your questions and get back to you. Or hit me up on Facebook, message me, and I'll get back to you that way too. And if you like this video, please share it. I really appreciate it. I think the more people that are successful doing work that truly brings them joy, the better off the world is. And I want that for you, and I want that for a lot more people in the world. So I'm doing my small part. So I wish you amazing success in your business and life. And until I see you at the end of this week, I wish you, and I encourage you to shine your light brilliantly, because the world really needs it. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.